Tracking breaking news out of the NFL, where Xavien Howard has signed a massive new deal with the Dolphins. The All-Pro cornerback will now earn $90 million over the next 5 seasons, and that comes fully guaranteed. The deal makes him the first cornerback ever in NFL history to sign a fully guaranteed 5-year contract. Howard's 15 interceptions over the past 2 seasons are the second most of any player in the league. Joining us now with instant reaction, our defensive back extraordinaire, the 2-time Super Bowl champ Bryant McFadden. B-Mac, we got to go that direction here first. Anytime you see someone in the secondary getting broken off with this type of guaranteed money, your reaction is what?
I love it. I love seeing secondary players get paid. Keep it real. Let's keep it real. I love seeing all players get paid because I know how difficult it is to be able to get to that level and be able to accomplish a lot of financial goals. So hats off to the Miami Dolphins. Clearly hats off to Xavien Howard because he is deserving of this deal. And we're starting to see a trend go in a different direction, right? I don't know how some of these owners will take to this new trend, but what we're seeing now is something that many of us thought we would never see, Joe, which is fully guaranteed contracts. Fully guaranteed. And I don't know exactly the injury language within the contract, but we've seen multiple contracts over the last few months that said fully. So hats off to the Dolphins because remember, he had an issue with his contract last year. He threatened to sit out, wanted to be traded. They said they would do him justice if he just fulfilled his requirement. In 2021, he played outstanding football. Clearly, he is the best corner on their team and one of the best corners in the National Football League, and he's getting paid as such.
You sort of took me where I was going there, B-Mac. Last July, prior to the season, unhappy heading into the year with the structure of his contract, what the team had committed to him. Do you see things changing, not just in terms of that guaranteed money, but in the way that these players are leveraging these deals?
No question. Now, let's keep it real. If fans have an issue with fully guaranteed contracts, if coaches or if owners have an issue with fully guaranteed contracts, the one person they all need to blame is Kirk Cousins. Remember, Kirk Cousins signed the first fully guaranteed contract that we've ever seen. It was a 3-year deal, maybe like $86 million, fully guaranteed. That was the first time we ever saw a contract, the entire contract being fully guaranteed. So he was the first domino that fell. And now we're starting to see more language involving the word fully. Just saw Deshaun Watson sat on top of the bank with a crowbar. He's breaking the bank, and all of it is guaranteed. So, yes, if you're a player that has the star power, that has the production to back your argument, and if the team is willing to grant you that said wish, go ahead and roll a dice, and hopefully you hit that lucky 7.
Our guy B-Mac, quite appropriately, with the lucky 7 in purple hanging behind him, points a finger here at Kirk Cousins. It all comes full circle, B-Mac. But let's talk about the Dolphins here as a contender this season, because they've really come to this arms race and loaded up on both sides of the ball. I want to talk about Tua specifically. How short is the leash on Tua, knowing that all the pieces are in place, that the window is now open? The personnel doesn't change here on Friday, but the expectation perhaps does with this Howard extension. When you look at this Miami team, the way that they're constructed, they shore up the offensive line a bit. They put some backs behind the quarterback. They got a weapon outside and now 2 weapons in Tyreek Hill. Their defense is shored up. I just outline all of this to ask you, how short is the leash on Tua with the expectation being win now?
I don't think it's super short. I think they will be patient with Tua. But I can tell you this much, Joe. I think based on what we've seen over the last few weeks, last few days with the Miami Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa might have the most pressure on his plate more than any other quarterback in the National Football League. Because remember, he was highly criticized for the inconsistent play that we saw from time to time. And maybe it was overhyped, but everyone was jumping on Tua's train anytime he threw interceptions and passes or didn't look ideal in a particular ball game. But now when you look at everything they've added to their team, they're in win now mode. And if he does not deliver, man, if you thought he was criticized a year ago, look out. But the pressure is there. So everything is there, right, Joe? The only concern that we all have with the Miami Dolphins is Tua Tagovailoa. Will he be able to deliver his end of the bargain? So me personally, I don't think the leash is short, but the pressure is more crucial than how short or long the leash is, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've seen just how quickly things can change at the quarterback position here in recent memory or around the league. Tua's got plenty to prove with all those tools around him. But on the defensive side, we know Xavien Howard, he's got all things covered, and so does BMAC. Our guy Bryant McFadden and P2 breaking it all down, and breaking news as well on the All Things Covered podcast. There's nothing they don't cover. Download, subscribe, and enjoy the premier podcast in the entire NFL as our guys sit down with some of the biggest names in sports and entertainment week after week on All Things Covered.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.